2v2 Ashes of Typhon. Blue team is Acra as the Revenant Alpha making a tunnel. Commander fights in range by default and is great at mobility because of these tunnels he can make for himself and allies. Start with Hormagaunt's light melee infantry. He's gone for Termagant's light ranged infantry to start off. Wurgl alongside him as the Mekboy. Teleporting commander, can build turrets, can support, can deal out some decent damage. Not the most durable commander ever though. Start with Slugger Boys, light melee infantry, and has gone for dual shooters, light ranged infantry, which is the usual opening for Orks. Red team, we have Metam0rf as the Apothecary. Support commander fights melee by default. Space Marines of course start with light ranged infantry in the form of scouts. He has tactical marines, heavy ranged infantry. Apothecary has a regeneration aura, which you can see is those green marks on the feet of this infantry here. But he himself is pretty vulnerable to direct attacks, only 550 HP he starts with. Velvazul as the Techmarine beside him. Support defensive hero, can build turrets, can dish out some pretty nice damage too with the right Wurgl. 3 VPs as always, one in the center which is blue right now, one on the west side which is red, and one on the east side which is gonna be red. So I don't think these tactical marines will be forced off. Maybe they will now, but they do cap. Tactical marines of course cap faster than any other unit in the game. They are now working on these Hormagaunts which are taking tons of losses and are forced off. Apothecary and Space Marines forcing off these shooters also, so they can come and perhaps bash this power, though we have more Tyranids at the top bashing their power. Orks making headway on this west side. Here comes some tactical marines from Velvazul to try and force off this Mekboy. They're gonna tie him up in melee perhaps, no. Not sure what they are doing. They're gonna get caught here by sluggers. With the Mekboy backing them up, they're gonna lose this engagement pretty badly. Lose 2 members, could lose the entire squad here, that'd be devastating. Losing a tactical marine squad is never a good idea. Should get away though with 24 HP. Pretty lucky to get away. Storm Boys on the field for Wurgl. They're going to be pretty effective against double Space Marine. Storm Boys of course wield power weapons. Even though they are knives, they are so strong or something that they are power weapons. So they're really good versus the heavy armor of tactical and assault marines. Assault marines are on the field for Metam0rf. Fantastic synergy with the Apothecary since he can keep them alive longer. Storm Boys jumping these tactical marines, could have finished off the scouts then. Tactical marines losing tons of health to these Storm Boys in melee. Techmarine doesn't go down to 6 HP. It's 2 lucky escapes for Velvazul. Assault Marines losing tons of health, defensive jump and a heal from the Apothecary keeps them alive. Storm Boys trying to finish off these tactical marines, and they almost do away with 1 member. Tactical marines durability saving them twice in this game already. Assault Marines working on these big shooter boys down to 2 members, and they retreat. Raveners on the way for Acra. Have toxin sacks on Termagants, both of them. Ravenant Alpha, Hormagaunts have their adrenal glands also. 458 plays 352, triple cap for blue team. Red team taking centre with tactical marines. Battery pack for the Mekboy so he can heal. No Wurgl. No, we do have Artificial Armour on the Techmarine, very popular armour choice. Gives him mines, of which I have seen none so far. One cap, 458 please, 333. These scouts are not capping. Sluggers decapping centre, taking fire from Tactical Marines. Raveners chasing off these Tactical Marines which have a flamer. Try and do roast this gen farm. He decided not to cap. I'm not sure why, he just run off. He could have capped that easily at the time he had. Now goes to shut down these Hormagaunts. And they are forced off. Down to 6 members. West side is red but not for long. Mekboy is capping. Dual shooters and storm boys chasing off Tactical Marines. Switch attention to the Techmarine, they jump over him. Very orky. Raven Alpha took this VP 433 place 2-1. Metam0rf and Velvazul both go tier 2, as does Wurgl. Very heavy power tier 1 for Acra, as is usually the case for Tyranids. Devourers on these Raveners. They are forced off by the Assault Marines though, lose 1 member. Not cheap to reinforce Raveners. Everyone now go in tier 2. Red team will get there first at pretty much the same time. Shooter squad taken out. Hormagaunts forcing off Tactical Marines, they lose 1 member. And force off the other. Adrenal gland Hormagaunts are a bane to Tactical Marines. Forced off though. Mine goes down from the Techmarine and hits the sluggers, suppresses and knocks back of course, as well as doing damage. Pretty good damage too to light infantry squads. Especially Techmarine gets away, Artificial Armour keeping him alive. Triple cap for blue team though. And huge amount of map control. I think it's pretty much over for reds. Maybe if they get double Razorbacks, they can push. Velvazul can get a Dreadnought soon. We'll see if he does. Not sure why he's floating that much resources. Acra has a Venom Brood on the way to give him range synapse to these Raveners and his Ravener Alpha and the Termagants. Velvazul goes tier 3. That's a mistake in my opinion. Not sure why these Venom Broods are retreating. Misclick perhaps from Acra. Librarian on the way for Metam0rf. Double cap for the blue team. West is uncapped, but they can cap that now. Huge mistake going tier 3 from Velvazul. It's going to be a big engagement here, I think. It's pretty much all of the blue stuff and all of the red stuff. Assault Marines jump in, disrupting this blob. Players need to pick their targets very carefully here. Out, smite, what's that? No. Loads of stuff died though. Here is the Librarian now. Sub-commander for the Space Marines. Can support and do damage with his abilities. There's smite, misses everything. Tactical Marines are gonna wipe here, I think maybe. There's a heal from the Apothecary, keeping them alive. Storm Boys are reinforced by Quarter Boys. And now retreat. 2 to 1 cap 433 plays 47. Not really, don't understand Velvazul going to tier 3. Could have got a dreadnought and pushed back the blue team. He's gone for a venerable instead. I guess that's his reasoning. Is it too late? No, they've lost a lot of VPs in the meantime. Venerable now working on these Venom Broods. Gets a special attack and they are forced to retreat. Tier 3 for blue team now. Raven Alpha has his Corrosive Devourer. Librarian has his Force Staff. Middle is red. East is red. Scouts going to cap the west side. Shooters are there though, and they pull back. Tactical Marines out in a bad way. Raven is engaging them in melee with Termagant support, but here comes the Venerable Dreadnought and the Assault Marines. Venerable Dreadnought took a bit of damage from the Venom Brood there. Really needs to keep that thing alive. Raven Alpha using his Corrosive Shots ability to do some damage to the Venerable. Here come the Storm Boys. They have their Knob Leader now, meaning that they will stun units on jumps, but they're taking tons of damage here in retreat from the Venerable and Marines. Dual Tactical Marines both have plasma guns. Not sure if that was a wise idea. Not much heavy infantry on the field. Assault Marines jump this blob. Here comes a Venerable. Blues are in a bit of trouble here. They need counters to this Venerable Dreadnought. Here come a Knob Squad. Acra is tier 3 and has quite a lot of resources, must be saving for something big, Carnifex or Swarmlord. Triple cap for red team, 337 plays 40. Shooter Boys capping east. And that's Slugger Boys capping west with one member. And here comes some stuff to have a word. They're going to die in seconds to the Tactical Marines. Or it's going to die in seconds, only one unit, one member even. Down it goes. Blue team bashing some power now with their Weather Tunnel. Venom Brood's fantastic at taking out power gens. And that entire farm is going to go down. There's Force Barrier from the Librarian knocking back those knobs, but it's in big trouble now, engaged by Storm Boys with their Knob Leader. Assault Marines also retreating. Where is the Venerable? It is stomping around the centre, going to engage some Storm Boys now. Knobs are getting meaner and greener. Carnifex on the field for Acra, no upgrade for it yet. We have a turret in the centre also from Velvazul's Techmarine, heavy bolter turret. Pretty good place and time to put it. Red team could pull this off here. Storm Boys jump it though. Techmarine has his Consecrate bolter and his Artificial armour. Storm Boys did take out that turret, but now they are forced off. Huge engagement in the centre, pretty much everything. Termagants run the hell away. Venom Brood's working on this Venerable, down to half health now. Ouch. Knobs taking tons of losses down to a single member. They need to get away. There's a Tyraniid formation. Might finish off the Venerable if it hits it. No, good micro from Velvazul, keeping it alive. Carnifex has the Thornback upgrade. which makes it very nasty in melee. Ravenna Alpha tunneling to get to this librarian who is capping or not. He's going to cap center instead. Techmarine repairs the Venerable. Wurgl lost a lot of stuff. Red team could pull this off here. Velvazul strategy of going tier 3 quickly to get the Venerable paying off. Predator on the way for him. Devastator's on the way for Metam0rf, another very good choice. Smite goes off on the Venom Brood. Crippling Poison on the Assault Marines. Merciless Strike, fantastically used to keep these Thorn Boys off them. Should be forcing down the Apothecary, now they do. Apothecary has his Master Rifle Bolter, also has improved medical equipment. He is forced off though. Strategy when facing the Apothecary is to force fire on him. Predators on the field, Venerable Dreadnoughts stomping around, Termingas need to leave. Ouch, and they go down. Las Cannon, Devastators. Predator and Las Cannon and Venerable is going to be too much for this Carnifex. 2-to-1 cap for red, 107 plays 40. The team have pulled this around fantastically well. Good choice of units when they got to tier 2 and above. And the Carnifex goes down, and I think the Blues have lost this now. Knobs are taking center. Reds just need to try not to clump up too much so they don't lose map control. Veil of Time, Assault Marines also have Thunder and Lightning. Knobs be capped and then run away. Storm Boys taking west. 75 plays 40. Tier 3 Lictor on the way for Acra and another. Tank Busters on the way for Wurgl. Blue team just did not get vehicle counters to take care of that Venerable. All they had were a Venom Brood. Tried to rush to tier 3 themselves. Knobs do not have their hammers, so they're not too much of a problem for this Venerable, especially since he has support. Mekboy, tough beam going down on the Knobs, but they're gonna. Calder Boy saves them. Incredibly good timing. Tank Busters could take out this Predator here with his barrage, and they do, getting some rear armor hits. And here goes the Venerable. I don't think it's going to survive. Assault Marines jumping the Tank Busters just in time, but it goes down. There is Stoicism, meaning that it's dead, and for 10 seconds it will do improved damage and improve inspiration. Knobs get away, but it doesn't matter. Red team win with a victory point victory, 40-0. Fantastic turnaround. Good play to go tier 3 when Velvazul did in the end. I was wrong. The Venerable pretty much won it for them. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.